Horrid Landwalker, and this is going to be another exciting episode of Star Trek Online. Hopefully, my audio issues are handled now, that you're able to hear the game, you're able to hear me. There were some technical difficulties during my special Saturday evening stream when my Star Citizen org was doing a bit of a race on the moon of Daymar, and my microphone was not playing nicely. Don't know what was happening there. I have no explanations. It was like the Windows settings decided to do something, or maybe it was Streamlabs, or maybe it was Discord, or any number of things. So, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully if you can't hear me, someone will say something in the chat box. Knock on wood. Without further ado, let's continue the adventures of my Romulan Republic representative, Tellel, who was last seen on New Romulus. Specifically, not far from a certain mountain pass that is going to be very important in the near future. Mainly because, I've got a mission here that says, go to mountain pass. Now, once upon a time, there was a bug that the mountain pass thing didn't work right, so it's always possible I'm going to end up doing this mission twice. Yeah. Well, I've mentioned the possibility, the little bugs involved with the Romulan stuff, and well, that's not changing. Someone was blowing stuff up over there. First, though, we'll take care of a bit of administrivia. I have a number of duty officer missions. Ooh, one disaster. Gee, do I have any? Oops, Prosen. I guess Prosen is dead, because usually common duty officers tend to end up dead during disasters. Then again, it doesn't exactly look like it was a lethal sort of disaster. And a dang little lag here, but this is okay now. Ooh, science commendations. Hey, Illifeet, I am glad to hear that I have sound. I had some serious concerns after the incident on Saturday night. Again, I don't know if it was trying to do the stream and Discord at the same time. I don't know if some program overrode another. I don't know if Microsoft Windows decided to have a brain fart. No idea. All I know is it was frustrating. I've gotten a science commendation rank thanks to those duty officer assignments, so I'm going to go to the store and see what duty officer I can hire as a result. I'm kind of inclined to go with development lab scientist because I'm pretty sure they can do stuff involving R&D and other things, other duty officer assignments. And I think that is going to be the way to go here. Although warp theorist is tempting because they're needed for a lot of things too. Nope, I'm going to go with development lab. Alright. Now, it's worth noting, too, that once you've purchased your free individual from your ranking up in the accommodations, you can purchase other ones for dilithium. So, that's something that I don't think a lot of people are really aware of, that once you get accommodation rank, you can go ahead and grab anyone from your tier, the current tier you're on or less, for dilithium. That said, you may not consider a duty officer worth 1,000 dilithium. Mileage varies, and of course, it's probably not a surprise either that the higher quality duty officers probably cost more dilithium. Do I have anyone at rank 2? No, so I can't really show that right now and prove it, but I feel like I'm on solid ground there. Continuing on, let's grab the rest of those. See what I mean about the whole Romulan Federation bug stuff? I already got my stuff for the Romulan accommodation rank, and now I'm double dipping with Federation. The only difference here is that they're not giving me store option for that one. I suppose it's remotely possible that's intended, but I kinda doubt it. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the list of duty officer assignments. We're gonna hit the R&D. All I did there was grab engineering missions. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Yeah, well, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to prep for the future here. You see, one of the things that you're able to do as you rank up is you have the ability to train your bridge officers, at least the ones that match your specialty, in advanced skills. So, for example, if I wanted to train one of my officers in auxiliary powered emergency battery, I could do so. And that's dependent a lot on the choices that I make when I'm skilling up my character. So if I go into my character skills, you'll notice that we have all these little spots here with the little lightning bolt kind of thing in it. It mentions bridge officer training, and that is what this is referring to. Every time that's happened, I've gotten an ability to train certain skills for my bridge officers. Now, at the moment, none of them are what you would call mission critical as far as I'm concerned. And so for this reason, I am not going to build anything right now except for the common requirement of all of them, which are PADs, the personal access display devices. They're ubiquitous in the whole next generation era. And here in 2409, they're still everywhere. Now, it costs 200 dilithium to do this, but that shouldn't be a problem right now because I'm sitting at 3100 dilithium. I can spare 1000 dilithium to create 5 pads. Of course, it also requires tritanium. I've forgotten about that little detail. I'd gotten some as I've leveled up through, apparently, doing stuff, but not enough to have more than 3. That's okay. The reason I'm making these display devices right now is not so much for the engineering skills, because that I can take or leave, but as you'll recall, we gained access to specialties involving command officer and pilot, and by ranking those up, I will be able to buy skill books and eventually learn to train officers in how to use stuff, and that'll be useful. So this is just in the category of planning ahead. It's not happening today, and next week ain't likely either. We'll come back to the character sheet in a moment. You'll also recall I grabbed a couple of the the Admiralty missions, which are basically the Starship duty officers.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And just like that, I've gotten to campaign tier 1. Did I? Huh. This says level 2. You know what? I'm not going to question it. No, I'm not really sure what that did. Romulan Republic campaign tier 1 achieved. That must have given me a lot more XP than I thought. And we'll grab those guys.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Now that, on the other hand, is an actual level. I'm going to leave the Romulan Republic Admiralty missions alone for now. And I see Ilfi's character is here, so I'm going to get Ilfi's character into the team so I don't forget, because otherwise my short-term memory becomes involved, and horrible consequences could develop. Do not forget to match my level, or otherwise horrible things may happen to you. Now, the last thing I want to do before we start rolling to the mountain pass, since I got that level, I'm back to the character sheet. I can go back to the various skills I can pick up with my... Ooh, I seem to have ignored a number of levels because I have 4 specialty abilities. How embarrassing. I can either... Okay, I'll increase my scan for weaknesses to expose my targets. And I've opened up tier 2 on my command specialty. So I'm going to start on that. By redirecting energy, by monitoring teammates that are not damaged, I can increase the output of my weapons. Well, it's a starting point, I kind of have to take it. Increased health restoration from friendly sources. Oh, yes. I don't know if I wrote... Yeah, I do. And that's that for that. Now, this will also now give me access to white, or otherwise known as common, command kit modules that I will be able to equip in place of my engineering stuff. I'll mess with that another time, because some of them are interesting. But I'm pretty happy right now with my heavy fabrication character, and I'm going to stick with that for now. Alright. We are ready to go. Selena is still not matching my level. I really think you need to do that. Don't forget to match my level. Just in case Ilfie has not been using the sound on the stream here. Not to mention the tiny little detail of the fact that, you know, there's a delay from the stream to from when I speak it and when it's heard. Sedative, you check again. That's weird, because, you know, I hover over here and it says team member is not matching my level. And that is important. And I don't know why that's happening. Can I see from here? Oh, right. You know what? I know why that's happened. I know what's happening here. I think that being a new Romulus is bumping you to level 50 automatically as a minimum. Now that's and I think it's dropping me down to level 50, so I think it's basically everybody is level 50. I think that's why we're okay with that. Maybe. If I'm wrong, then somebody's likely to die horribly. In the meantime, speaking of causing harm, let's get some of those tall Shiar out of the way here before they become more problematic. I don't actually have any missions to do here. If I picked up any missions, I could do something with the strength device and all that, but I didn't pick up any of those. Ah, here we go. Begin the mountain instance. We are not taking Tolan Kev. That's just not happening. I will bring Sayla, because you never have enough engineering. And here we are in the mountain pass. Scary, scary. Okay, I'm exaggerating slightly. Now, this mission in the past, like I've mentioned previously, has had bugs in it. And I'm hoping that we don't encounter any of them, but I rather suspect we will. Okay, good, good. So far, so good. The first thing I was worried about has not happened. The mission has come up with subdue everybody and free prisoners and all those other little things, so now we can just start annoying them. Really? I shoot these guys and they ignore me? I think I resent that. grenade at me. Don't want that. The nice thing about being in extreme range is that you can easily react to grenades being thrown at you. 9 times out of 10 when I try to react to them, the grenade is landed before I actually do my roll. Really annoying when that happens.
Defending the array is our top priority.
Defending the array is our top priority, eh? I think they're in for some really horrible surprises in the future. I just love orbital strikes. And for a change, it makes sense. I'm out here in the open, so of course an orbital strike would make sense. And I have to admire the targeting skill of my weapons officers. Because they have yet to accidentally hit me. Alright, let's disable the communications array. We don't want them talking to each other. Yeah, rough break, guys. And over here we have an encrypted data log. So that's one of those little drops that happen that are available for certain missions on the Romulus that I've been ignoring.
This planet smells. It must be the Klingons.
Ah, there's one of the Romulan prisoners. Here you go. Time for you to get out of here. Incidentally, your dress sense needs work. Get some good Romulan Republic gear. Okay, there's some more guys up ahead.
Picking up reports.
Let's get some mines ready, and of course, if they're all dead before they get to me, it's probably going to be a moot point. No! No died! No! I'm never going to get tired of that either. I'm not exactly in great shape either, am I? Let's slap down him. Whoa, what the heck got me? Okay, whatever that AoE was must have been something capable of doing the end. I'll just stand here for a moment and let the healing feelings go. Okay, I'm gonna pass on that since I don't need the Mark IIIs, and Selena will, so. And we'll continue going through the pass, looking for prisoners and shooting Tal Shiar.
We need to get this base up and operational.
Boy, I sure hope they're not counting on getting really operational, because, you know, here we are, basically, how's the old phrase go? I'm in your base shooting your Romulans. Yes, I am not afraid to use old, tired memes for my amusement.
Intruders! Defend the array!
Intruders? They must mean us. Stolen files recovered. Interesting. Is there anything else around here that's worth swiping? There's something over here. I think it's another encrypted data. Oh, but look! Not only is it an encrypted data log, but it's also another prisoner. It's a good thing I went to check for this log, because... Oh, speaking of trouble, trouble's incoming. These guys are definitely doing a job on this, aren't they?
This planet smells. It must be the Klingons.
Okay, I think it's time to start rethinking tactics a little bit here, because... Yeah, it's one heck of an AoE. Yeah, that is one heck of an AoE. I don't recall them being quite so vicious. And it's only going to get worse.
Continued resistance is forcing me to take direct action. This is regrettable, but your deaths will pave the way to a new Romulan star empire.
I just
One
adore the
controlled by the
monologues.
Tal Shiar.
You can always tell a good villain by their monologues. Now these guys look like heroes in the head. Which is good and which is bad. The good part is... the good part is that they don't have that killer AoE that's been wiping the floor up with us.
The Romulus will be well rewarded for your assistance.
Actually, apparently there is no bad news because, boy, they went down like a... Oops. Looks like there's another guy here.
Personal shield losing power.
Good work, guys. I completely missed the cloaked guy. Ah! And it looks like the aggro has occurred a little earlier than expected.
Personal shield losing power.
Squad, secure the area.
So I'm definitely going to be a little bit more mobile here, make it a little more difficult for their AoEs to, oops, that's a commander. He's going to be a little rougher, isn't he? He is, however, vulnerable to telekinesis. Ah, I love doing that. That never gets old. And he didn't even drop
Get this
anything.
base up and operational.
I'm sure he would like everything up and operational in here, but it's looking like things are going to go poorly. Let's see, another prisoner over here. Let's get you out of those bonds. And we've got something over here worth looking at. Examine device.
Getting a report of
Subspace
intruders in the
scattering device. You can account for the reason why it's not on long-range sensors. Oh, come on. They're not going to let me blow it up? That hurts. That food does. Maybe there's something on the other side. No, it's the same thing. That is wrong. We should be able to break this thing. I am bitterly disappointed. Bitterly disappointed.
We need to get this base up and operational.
Oh, put a sock in it. You're not getting this base operational. Okay, all the prisoners have been out. Another encrypted log. And somewhere back up. There we go. Now I'm not doing anything yet.
Smells. It must be the Klingons.
I'm gonna read the Tal Shiar file. And oh, wouldn't you know it? It's a message from Hakiv. Rough break. Talk about a blast from the past. Commander, the darkest hour of the Tal Shiar draws near. The Riemann project is a failure. Even now, forces from Starfleet and the Empire approach our base at Bria 3. Sources indicate... Boy, doesn't the communications ever stop here? Sources indicate that the Empress may take a direct hand in the matter, although I do not know which side she will support. There is no love lost between us. We will fight to the last man, but if Bria 3 falls, the Tal Shiar must survive. We are the last hope of our people. Darkness is coming. We either embrace it or surrender to oblivion. Yeah, that sounds like Hakiv, alright. Oh, there's more. I am depending on you to continue the work I have started. We can no longer risk direct confrontation with Starfleet or the Empire. Use the subspace scattering device to conceal your location as long as possible. Rough break, guys. Move in shadow. Act with deliberation. Use cat's paws as the demons have used us. The Remans are drunk on freedom. The remains of our people are shattered and broken, begging for scraps when they should be taking revenge. The Empress serves no one but herself. The Tal Shiar is the Empire. We alone remember what it is to be Romulan. I have the utmost confidence in your abilities, Commander. Do not disappoint me. Well, rough break, Hakiv. Yeah, he's joining you in the grave, so he's probably disappointed you. How tragic. Okay, now for the irritating part. Did Duke get any further in the mountain base?
Intruders, defend the array.
Oh, actually, can I do this from here? Oh, great. I can do this from here. Usually I thought I would have to go out of the base and then come back in to do the next part. But since I'm able to communicate with him in here, well, you'll find out in a minute. We have kept your rule, yes. The Romulans have a lot of questions for him. He's not going to start telling us the secrets. I guess we didn't actually kill him. That explains why we didn't see a body or a drop. Any information he reveals will be valuable. Not many left in Tal Shiar with his security clearance. Hakiv's death hit them hard, and the survivors are trying to hold on to the status quo. We are not scared of the Tal Shiar anymore. Without fear, they're powerless. So, the rewards for the mission. A career-specific rare reward from the kit. That's good. Dilithium. That's good, especially since I dumped a chunk of dilithium on those pads earlier. Romulan marks. I didn't collect that, did I? We'll go with that a little later. And dilithium ore. And a pack of daily bonus marks for this being my first mission done today. So, I get 100 marks, I get a chunk of dilithium, I get a kit reward, which I'm going to open up, and it's going to give me a choice of a beam turret, a shield recharge, or a chronoton mine barrier. Well, let's see what I'm using now. What do I have that's not... Oh, gee, they all look good to me. These are all Mark 12s, so... What's my beams? Beam. My beam is a Mark 12. I don't need that. My chronoton barrier is a Mark 10, however, so we are going to go with a chronoton mine barrier. And then I'm going to replace my current chronoton mine barrier. And now it hits harder.
The Herodian will be well rewarded for your assistance.
Now, going into the events here, we're going to go into the new Romulus tab here, look at the episodes, and you'll notice that we have secret shuttle codes here. They've tracked more Tal Shiar activity in the mountain region. I'm going to hail them now.
Recording, and I think it's connected to the prior Tal Shiar one. I'd like for you to follow up and track down any information related to it.
So somewhere in the mountain pass, there's a message. I get this.
Defending the array is our top priority.
No, that was. I thought it was going to be the message voice. No, it's going to be the annoying playback from the base. I have to hope you found my other gift. If you are willing, I have more to show you. Go to the pass in the mountains above the station area. There you will find a shuttle. Use these access codes to view the surveillance footage. Well, I am conveniently still in this map. So let's examine the surveillance records and see the cutscene.
Look at those uniforms. You're a disgrace.
The codes work. I wonder if that annoying voice is going to keep going while this recording goes.
I visited Detan for the third and final time, Commander. He still worships the Vulcan's memory. He will not see reason. He is only one man, however. If misfortune were to befall him, perhaps his replacement will be more
Oh, so much for that.
I have no interest in making martyrs, Sub-Commander. Attacking Detan directly would be yet another distraction from the real issues on this world. In this case, some assistance may be required. You understand the situation. Detan and his people are intractable. I need you to show them the error of their ways.
I don't need someone like you to explain things. Do you remember our agreement?
Continue to assist us, and you'll have your pick of the hunting grounds. The best and most powerful trophies will be yours.
He's a
I
big one, ain't
expect
he?
something better than that grunting beast by the river.
Of course.
It is done. Starfleet and the Klingons will be our prey. Once they are gone, Detan and his followers will be yours to command.
Now, for those curious about the big hulking beast he refers to, it's not really that important. But if we happen to be in that area, we'll check it out. Alright, I need to submit the recording. Yeah, it feels like they're working around in intelligence, but we still haven't heard anything from our usual contact, Tamara.
Secure the area.
Nice little callback there. And now we can officially leave the base. A job well done. Now I notice that we have an event alert on the lower right. Click on that. They're talking about heightened activity in the following areas. Vastum Peaks. The freighter has had a transporter malfunction, critical supplies beaming in. Tag enough of them with coordinates, we should be able to retrieve the remaining supplies. If we don't transport them without the codes, bad things happen. So we're going to see about tagging traits as we go along here. No, that's basically the same thing we just did, except with rewards. No. But I am going to tag this crate here. And that should hopefully beam out. And we're just going to find a bunch of these crates. Man, there are a bunch of them, aren't there? All over the place here. Now we've got roughly 3 minutes to complete this event.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Oops. Looks like we've had a minor incident.
Shield losing power. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Something I wonder who's got to run for a fight here. And let's see. Where is Satra? There's Satra. Can't let her stay down and out. Okay, let's see. There is another handy little crate over here. This isn't looking good. We're only 42% done, and there's a minute and a half to go. Or to put it another way, things are not going great. Unless that's actually, one of the things I didn't think it was.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
It doesn't help that we're being distracted by the occasional
Flanking
Romulan
damage detected.
assault. There's another crate. Honestly, it's probably the same crate, another crate in the same location. That seems to happen a lot. Forward combat structure. Oh.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Well, I think it's a safe bet that we're not going to succeed in getting all those crates beamed out,
Personal shield losing power.
because we got too much going on here. But we made a good try at it, and hey, we got something out of it at least. 6 Romulan marks, new Romulus research, which can be used for a certain duty officer assignment apparently, and experience points and expertise. All things considered, there are worse things. Someone got hit by radiation, I think. Alright. We're going to go back down towards the transporter over here. If for no other reason than to stay away from things that can attack us. Up, too late. Nasty Tal Shiar sub-commanders poking their nose in where they don't belong. So now we are going to take a look at the next episode on this list of new Romulus, and that is going to take us to... Oh, what do you know? Maybe that was the mission that I blew off earlier. We've received a message from a science team exploring the series of caves here in the Pejos crater area. They seem to be having some trouble, and now one of the scientists is missing. It may be nothing, but I'd feel better if we had a trained team to check it out. That would be us. Please find the science team leader in the overgrown caves. He should be able to tell you more. Rewards? Dilithium! I know, shocking, right? New Romulus smart packages. Another shock. And a choice of exotic weapons. Now, just for giggles, I'm going to see if I can share this mission here. I mean, we're technically being listed as the same level, even though we're not, so... Nope, still doesn't work. Well, you know, I keep trying. Alright, so if I look at the map here, the caves are literally way to the south. But on the bright side, we might be able to get to look at that little issue downriver that was being talked about earlier, so that will make the trip worthwhile. So, it's time to take a leisurely jog to the south. To the crater. Oops. Didn't anyone ever tell Tal Shiar not to be standing out in the middle of hallways? Oh, Valorant's so seemingly nasty.
Enemy combatants in close proximity. Your shield losing power.
Give the sub-commanders this. They can take a telekinesis hit. Alright. Continuing down our way. With more Tal Shiar. You know, you got to expect that when you're standing in the middle of the road that you are going to be noticed.
Shield losing power.
Yeah, I'll pass on Sluggo Cola. The stuff that Ferengi drink are things I want nowhere near my throat. Okay, looks like it's more or less clear going forward. Let's look at the map again. And continue our leisurely jog. I believe we're passing another transporter point, but I'm also pretty sure we've already keyed to it. But, just in case I'm wrong, staging area, nothing. Nope, looks like I have not forgotten. We got that last week after all. This is what happens when you let a whole week go by without doing things. You lose track. Okay, now we got a long straightaway, and look, we're going to be going over a very big bridge. Not to be confused with a starship bridge, but an actual bridge. And yes. Hold on, maybe we can get a better view over here. There it is. Take a look at that thing. it's not exactly what you would call threatening looking, is it? Aside from, you know, being big. I think there's an accolade or something associated with, go near it. And I don't know, we may get that chance somewhere along the line. It's not an immediate priority. It doesn't have any transporter area nearby, so it would be going out of the way. But I wanted to make sure I pointed that out for those who were curious about what the Hirugan was talking about. He was talking about the big monster. That was it. And just looking at it, you can see why they were not horribly impressed by it. And now we are entering the crater region. Oops, Hirugan. It's very annoying of him. My partner seems to have gotten lost or stuck in something. You okay there, Illify? You didn't jump. Tell me you didn't jump off the bridge. Tell me that you did not jump off the bridge. Ah, well, yeah, you know, that's acceptable. That's no problem. I was just worried that you'd done something truly horrific, because it would be a long way back. Yeah. Now we have a little area here, a little nook, but we're not going to worry about it because nobody here is doing anything and there's no transporter paths here. Now, while I should continue going straight, I'm going to take a left to the south because we want to get that transporter pad operational here. Now, honestly, there's no real reason to be doing this. Oops, more Hirugan. There's no real reason to do that, but you never know. There may be another red alert that pops up in a different region. We'll be able to get there faster if we have access to the teleporters. Yeah, we'll pass on that. Okay, with any luck, we won't have any more surprises with evil, mean Hirugan. And here we are, obtain clearance. And now I have the capability of transporting here, as well as all those other places. The crater, peaks, staging area, and the mountain pass. So now, it's time to go to the mysterious Hejos Caves. Who knows what lurks inside? Who knows what dangers may threaten? Well, I'm relatively sure that Starfleet officer standing there is not one of those dangers that threaten. Alright. You know what? Second thought. We'll have some science on our side here today. We'll do the hard sciences. Now, you know, as far as caves go, this is possibly one of the nicest caves my character has been in. I mean, most caves are just like, okay, aside from the one I'm veering at, but wasn't able to appreciate that since, you know, there were a lot of drones doing their thing there. But as far as caves go, I would rate this a 10. Would visit again. Now the goal here is to scan alien artifacts and locate missing scientists. Oh, that was ominous. Now I can tell we're going to find somebody pretty quickly because I see the cute little eye sitting here indicating there's someone to talk to. Hi, science team leader. You know you haven't been reporting it?
I'm very glad you could take time to assist us.
Oh, this one hasn't.
We've been having some strange occurrences lately. Noises we can't identify are being heard deep in the caves, and our supplies keep disappearing. One of my scientists volunteered to investigate, and he hasn't returned. Would you be willing to look for him? Any scans you could take when you're in the caves would also be very helpful.
I'm willing to be helpful. I am 100% behind being helpful. Sure, we'll look around for him. Let's see. No anomalies, so no harvestable stuff. Which means I won't be sidetracked by the pretties. So we're going to look for alien artifacts. Ten of them to be precise. And conveniently, they're all showing up on my map. Once upon a time, when this mission was new, a long time ago, I'm pretty sure that we didn't have markers telling us where they were. We had to find them the hard way. Scan them down. Okay, admittedly, that wasn't as horribly hard as it sounds, but it was harder than this. Get the map scrolled in. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was looking in the wrong direction. I really do like this cave. I mean, if you go to a cave in most other games, it is completely barren, just rocks. And there are caves in this game that are like that too, or at least there used to be. Oh! Day 1 arthropods. Otherwise known as hazardous wildlife. They remind me far too much of the Colosseum. Alright, continuing down the cave, it's getting dark. Nice to have luminescent flora here, but all the same, I wonder if this will work. Ah! How about that? My flashlight works! I knew keeping that after that mission would come in handy. Oops. More scorpion things. Luckily, they're a lot less dangerous than some of the other things they're known to run into, like, say, Tal Shiar. Another artifact. Can't miss that. That's half the reason I'm here. May not be the most important reason I'm here, but it is half the reason I'm here. Oh, that's interesting. We have a holographic field disguising this. You step away, it looks like a rock. But once you get closer, it opens. Someone is trying to hide something. There are bad guys here. Uh-oh. I recognize that sort of layout. That almost looks like an energy web of sorts, wouldn't you say? And who do we know who uses web technology who's also shown up on New Romulus before? Yep. If you said Tholians, you get a prize.
I managed to clear up some of the interference. I am detecting Tholian life signs ahead of your coordinates. Please proceed with caution.
Tholian life signs ahead. Really? I had no idea. Thank you for telling me this, because I had no idea. I'm gonna have to restrain the urge to smack these scientists. That's interesting. I was expecting that to disappear, but I found a figure. Oh, it's research. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, someone has found our scientist. He doesn't know what happened. He was taking samples and bad things happened. Yes, yes. Next thing you know, he woke up in webs. Energy webs, that is. Alright, time to go deeper. Intruder, converge, location, deadly force. I feel hurt. Ooh, there's an inscription here. I'm gonna translate this. I don't know that this actually told me anything. Oh, we translated it, but nothing happened, so that was a waste. I feel like there should have been something happening there, but the Tholians are gathering information on the Day One ruins. They appear to be especially interested in the relationship between the Day Ones and the Iconians. Now, that's a disturbing thought, because that was what Hakeem was interested in doing back in the day, too. Nope, I think we may have been seen. Oh, what do you know, telekinesis works on Tholians, too. I wasn't sure because of, all those legs. Oops, I've been webbed. Oh, Tholian Commander, this guy's a little tougher. Let's drop a bomb on him to see if that helps. Orbital bombardment. There is nothing like it. Oh, another artifact. Can't ignore that. And another one over here. Yeah, see what that does. It looks Tholian techy. Anything useful? No, nothing though. Oh, Tholian. Day One technology, interested in artifacts related to gateway technology. That's another Iconian link. I am not sure I like where this is headed. Let's go up a little faster here. And, oh, looks like more Tholians ahead. Let's have our area of retreat covered. Get some offense established. Some extra defense. Alright, now for some gratuitous violence. Oh, there's certainly a lot of them. That wasn't so tough. Oops, I taunted fate. When will I learn not to do that? Back up, back up, back up, back up! drones out. Up, the barrel's down. Didn't want to do it, but we need the nuke. It occurs to me that we still haven't seen... Oh boy. I think we just found the captain. And he looks annoyed. Wonder if I can get a shot at somebody else who's... No. Okay, let's see if I can draw him in and avoid dying. Come get me! I'm highly vulnerable and easily digestible. Okay, that's probably not the, It's at times like this where I wish that I'd... Whoops, there goes our parcel, and there goes no in a second. Okay. This looks bad. Good news is we've got him half down. Bad news, that's not the only thing that's half down. Ah! Okay. I won't hit the respawn button because I'm practically right here. Let's go for that sweet flanking damage. Okay, that one I'll read. Alright, let's see. We have this really nasty looking portal thing. So let's see if I can turn it off. Yay! I broke it. And the last artifact. I'm gonna go over this console here. Flora samples from the Tholians. Checking to see if they can make the place habitable without environmental suits. Of course, if it's habitable for Tholians, it's not going to be so good for humanoids. Let's hope that little experiment doesn't bear fruit. Is there anything in here? An unusual energy signature, similar to the rifts on Nukara Prime, which we have never been to, so I don't know why he's talking about it, but more stable. And we know the Tholians were trying to harness the rifts as a form of transportation to other dimensions. Well, no, actually I didn't know that, but thanks, Marcel. If I had to guess, it would be a Tholian transporter, but wouldn't want to try it because God only knows what would happen. Okay, I paraphrased that last bit. And what's this over here? Oh, one of those figurines, so research. And I think we've hit everything worth hitting in here, but I am not leaving yet because, once again, I rather expect that there's going to be something in here that we can watch. So first, I'm going to hail the contact, who is happy that we found this missing scientist. Didn't expect the Tholians. They want to send some security down to protect science teams, but they want to finish the work. So, dilithium ore, Romulus, Marks, and, I can either grab a number of disruptor weapons, or I can grab the sonic anti-proton compression pistol. Why would I consider that? Because it does more damage against Tholians. And this seems like they might actually be getting involved here. So let's take a quick second. And I'm going to see who is not using a Mark 12 weapon yet. Well, since No was the one who came down here with me, No gets to play with the new guns. It's only fair. Parcel is using a white quality weapon, so we're gonna, even though it's a better mark, we're gonna give him the new weapon. And that seems like a good place to not have to worry about doing anything more with him. Alright, we're going to go to the episode list.
We've received another anonymous message.
Another anonymous message.
This time, it's about something going on in one of the old cave systems. Check it out, and report back to me personally. As always, this information is classified.
Of course, Admiral. And here's the message. The Tal Shiar aren't our biggest problem. As you've probably seen, Tholians have an interest in this planet too. Go to the cave entrance, the small crater in the forest. Find a Tholian console. Use these codes. They have to work. They have to. Isn't that suitably dramatic? And since we never left the caves, I can conveniently just walk over here and click on it. Let's see what these codes will unlock. They look like they'll give us a tunnel directly into their main system logs. And the codes work. Let's see what secrets the Tholians have been hiding. Complete with subtitles. Oh, harsh, 2.3 minutes late. Man, aren't they precision happy. They're as bad as Vulcans. Yeah, this is embarrassing when scientists have to putter around and find their hidden base. They're definitely looking for technology. They're subspace tunnels. Oh, that ain't good. They want to check ships. They don't want to repeat the situation on Nukara Prime. Our explorations are beginning to annoy them. Mammals can easily distract me. That's not true. Just because I run off every time I find a harvestable means nothing. It's nice to see that they are timid buses that will discover or destroy the artifacts. Well, we'd like to know what those artifacts are. Well, they're interested in something, but it is amusingly vague. Does that mean the Tholians' attack on the vault is nothing more than a distraction? Are they attacking the vault? There might be a special task force related to that kind of thing. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a while. And I don't think it's an event that happens on a regular basis anymore, so... Again, sometimes I think that a text pass really could be useful to determine what's actually obsolete in the storyline and what isn't. Okay, we're going to submit the recording. And now, we're going to exit the cave. So, New Romulus continues to be a place of mystery. Let's see what the, message from Katan's assistant. Yeah, he has formally requested my presence at one of our research facilities. And apparently, he's pleased to meet me because he's heard all we've been doing for him. Please report as soon as you are able. Now, I want to take a second to mention just how big a deal all this is at the moment, because back when New Romulus first came out, all these missions we've been doing, the warehouse, the mountain pass, these caves, they only opened up when you advanced a tier in Romulan reputation. But the missions are kind of critical to the ongoing storyline of Star Trek Online, which is probably why they folded this into the main episode chain. And that will be understood more as we go along. In the meantime, report to the capital on New Romulus to attend a special meeting at the time. So I believe, let me look at my map and see if I can find, make sure that he's where I think he is. At the staging area. If only there were a teleporter we could use to get there. Oh wait, there is a transporter right over here. So we're going to make use of this to beam over to the staging area. And best of all, if we have to, we can beam right back because we unlocked the coordinates. Wasn't that clever? Alright, looks like he's up the up Embassy way, it looks like. Oh goody, Klingons and their targs. Okay, we have an option here to attend research presentation. I suspect this is a cutscene, so let's see what happens. Yes, we are here to attend the meeting with the time.
I'm grateful for all you've done for our colony. We wouldn't be as far along as we are without your assistance. That's why I wanted you here today, to hear for yourself some of what we found. Doctor?
What we found in our archaeological surveys is that the planet was populated long before our people arrived after the Sundering. We've discovered multiple ruins from that time period that correspond to the few historical records we still have. Most of our data from that era was lost with the homeworld.
And the sword?
I'm ready to confirm that the blade found at the battle site is the sword of the Raptor Star.
Awesome.
We don't have a visual record of the sword, but the one we have matches written accounts, and a quantum analysis shows signs of master work. Something like this could have only been made by Saharian.
We were right to come here. The sword will become a symbol of our reborn civilization. You were saying there was an earlier culture. What do you know about them?
The oldest ruins we found are approximately 150,000 years old, but I suspect that there may be some even older, based on preliminary findings that are still being analyzed. These people were quite advanced. While the oldest ruins show a culture that was defined by its devotion to a series of deities, later they developed technology, art, even spaceflight. Roughly 150,000 years ago, however, there was some sort of worldwide seismic event. Every volcano on the planet erupted, presumably blocking out the sun. Ambient temperatures dropped dramatically. The radiation count spiked. We're still repairing that damage. The survivors of this cataclysm retreated to caves in the warmest areas of the planet, but they died out soon afterward.
And what caused this event?
We're still working on that. We have found a new site deep underground near an active volcano, but there are massive power spikes unrelated to the magma flow. If there is a source of the seismic instability, it should be there. We would have to send down a team to investigate, though, and it is quite dangerous. I wouldn't send anyone down without an environmental suit. I could go myself, but...
I'm not ready to authorize you to do that, Doctor. Our people have too few scientists left. You and your crew are better equipped and trained for something like this. I know I'm asking a great deal of you, but you have been instrumental in our progress so far. Finding this world, fighting Hakiv, stopping the Ilachi. We wouldn't be here without you. We have a new future now, a new legacy for all of us. Are you willing to see it through to the end?
Come this far. Okay, submit that report. Looks like it's up to us. We should prepare a full away team for this assignment. We've been given permission to view the security footage from that presentation, and so if I wanted to watch it again, yeah, you want to retire. No, retirement is not an option. We can come back here and ask the security officer if we want to see this recording again, but no need, no need. We found what we want off of that. Now the next step in our little drama, there we go, Romulan logistics officer contacting us. They've discovered a power source under the Whale Ruins. Man, why do they make these names? The location is a series of lava tubes that lead to an underground volcano, where the energy readings are not geothermic. We need to learn more. Mineral content is affecting sensors. Of course they are. And a probe won't be able to do the kind of tests we need. So, hey, since it's dangerous, why don't you go and look? We'll need environmental suits, however, because it was going to be too hot for anybody but a Tholian. Psst, this means we can almost guarantee to see Tholians wherever we're going. Just a thought. The usual reward set of 720 dilithium, new Romulus marks, oddly no experience associated with the mission itself, and a choice of consoles. They may be useful. So, the underground ruins, when we bring up our map, are located, well, let's just say very, 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 very far away. So incredibly far away, in fact, that none of the transporters that we could go to is going to get us really any closer. Plus, by taking the scenic route, we will be passing the Epo Fields transporter, the Whale Ruins transporter, and finally, well, our destination's transporter. So, it's time to take a little, well, I guess the first things first. Illifi, do you have an environmental suit? They may or may not look something like this. Of course, they might have a box there that you might be able to use too. Are you able to replicate one? No, you are not. So it's a look. Well, let's go and find out. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is we go there and you know, catch on fire and burn to death. Nothing to worry about. I would loan you one of mine, but they're all bound to character. Don't worry, I'm almost certain there's a box or something that'll have environmental suits. Surely they'll have something with environmental suits. They'll be the cheap kind, but they'll work. Oh, now speaking of bridges, this is a nice bridge. Told me I retired. I told you I retired. No, there is no retirement from Republic service. It's success or death. Let me roll that up so I can see where I'm going. What was that? Oh, neat. Shuttle taking off. That was neat to watch. No, don't be jumping off the bridge. No swimming for the Romulan Republic. Okay, we're in the Epo Fields. And I guess this is as good a time as any to mention why the Epo Fields have a certain notoriety. See that little purple corridor that just ran across there, sitting over there? There is a mission here to tag them. And if you tag them, there are a number of benefits. You can raise them and eventually kind of sell them off. Let me see if this tells us any details. If you tag a bunch of Epos, you'll get Romulan art marks and Epo tags. Epo tags can be used in duty officer missions for Epo research. And what that would do would presumably reward you with an Epo itself. And you would eventually be able to trade in the Epos for marks And I believe you would talk to these researchers to, yeah, raise the FOs you might have. And once you get to a certain level with them, you can sell them for a bunch of marks. Maybe dilithium, I'm not sure. I can't remember because I never was willing to put myself through the headache of trying to tag those things. I'm just a lazy bum in that respect. Okay, unlock the transporter here, so if we ever have the desire to go tagging FOs, it'll be easy. It'll be right here. So it's time to go further south, through the Isha Forest. We hang a right here to the left. Oh, rubber banding. Oh! I thought they put a patch in to help fix that. Maybe that's going in tomorrow. Could have sworn I'd seen something about them fixing rubber banding issues. And someone taking the long way. And here we are in the whale ruins. Whale, what? Why must they make things like that? That's an impressive looking statue. Looks like these were the feet of something once upon a time. Just remarking on it. No, oh right, there's a... Can't forget the most important part of being here. Transporter buffer. Alright. We're almost there. Relatively speaking. We'll just continue to follow the path. And hope that, you know, we don't run into anything with phasers, disruptors, plasma weapons. Or, you know, Tholian lieutenants. I admit I rigged that since, you know, I kind of saw it there, so I knew trouble was coming. Yeah, not so tough without 5 or 6 of your buddies, are you? And, oh, Tholian Commander. I'm sorry I used the orbital strike now. That's right, Commander. Come closer. I upgraded my mind, so they'll hurt a lot more when we walk over. That is not working. On the other hand, he's down, so... Can you really say something doesn't work when the bad guy is defeated? I think not. And you see all this stuff that's laying around here, these little barriers, researchers, and pinkish things that you might interact with. They're related to missions you can do on New Romulus that, you know, help out the planet and net you Romulan marks. But since we're not pushing hard for a Romulan reputation, I've been more or less ignoring that. We're all about the main story arc here, and speaking of which, let's get the last pattern buffer in this area. Now, a casual glance at the transporter system will now show that the only area that we haven't gotten hold of is the Atli area. And the only reason we haven't done it is because there wasn't any actual missions around that vicinity. Maybe we'll come back to that somewhere along the line, but I kind of doubt it. Of greater importance is going into the volcanic fissure, which apparently we've got a nice big building on top of. Why do they never include this in the briefings? Begin the power plant instance. More power. Okay, we're going into a lava tube, so I'm going to definitely take Shayla this time. More engineering. Alright. Let's step inside. Ruins are ancient. By the markings, it would have been built around this time of the Sundering. The lower levels are older. We need to investigate deeper. Apparently, it's very dusty. Let's do a quick scan here. Ooh, there's something back here. Oh, maybe I'm just detecting the door. The door doesn't do anything for me. Very dusty. Very definitely, they're doing a good job with the atmosphere. Ruins are unusually well preserved. There's not even any dust. But it looks dusty! How can you say there's no dust? They must have been completely sealed. Time to die. No. Let us not be pessimistic here. We are gonna live. We're gonna find the secrets of New Romulus. We will be heroes to Romulans everywhere. Turn on my flashlight. Okay, here we go. I am detecting high levels of toxic gases as well as extreme heat ahead. Environmental suits will be required to go further. I believe those containers nearby contain enough suits for the away team. So, I believe that is your signal. Over here. If you come over here and open this box, you will be able to get your environmental suits. I highly recommend you equip them immediately. Because I certainly am. Let's see. Mine. Nose. Kayla. Activate. What happens is that the suits will go in your armor slot. You'll equip them. You and your, yes, exactly. Do the same for your bridge officer. There you go. And make sure that once you have yours on, you'll notice that you have a couple of icons that just appeared above your action bar. Click on the one that looks like your spacesuit, so you turn it on. If you haven't already, of course. There you go, you're set. And now you are prepared to deal with extreme temperatures. But first, we're going to deal with this geological instability and see what it's all about. There appears to be a geological instability here, but the rock will continue to hold unless exposed to extreme pressure. Let's hope that wasn't foreshadowing, because if that was foreshadowing, we could have serious problems ahead. Into the volcano. I'm sure that this will be a perfectly safe activity to engage in. Well, so much for the perfectly safe here. Detecting Tholian life signs ahead. Well, I wish I could say this was completely unexpected, but I would be lying. Another instability, let's scan it. This one looks serious. We should send a geology team. Yeah, let's have them get on that. How about maybe we wait until, the Tholians are out? I'm gonna zoom on the map thing so I can get a better idea of where I'm going. Tholian commander. Naturally is a commander. Ah well. Why would I change now? Okay, good news is bad guys are beat. At least in this particular area. I do like the lava thing here. I mean, take a look at this. The kind of thing that you would not want to take a bath in, because you would melt your face off. Now, you know it's not going to be wise trying to break that window, right? Okay, it's actually a force field, not a window, but still. More Tholians. These are just rank and file Tholians, so they're not nearly as scary as the Commander. Okay, this does not look like the mysterious artifact, but it is Tholian research, so... But that's just new Romulus research in a different package, so... And this is probably the same sort of thing. One of these days, I should probably do something about these research notes. Preferably before I leave New Romulus. Geological instability. Let's see what it has to say. Minor instability, nothing serious. Oh, good. Because the last thing I want to find out about is, you know, more things potentially exploding. Okay, we're going to hop south first, because I got stuff that I can see from the south that we got to take care of. And I have a feeling that heading west is going to have to use another commander. Okay, now we drop the nuke on them. Ah, that's what I'm missing. I'm trying to figure out why I had my 6th slot missing. And of course it makes a certain amount of sense because the 6th slot is where I had my hypersprings, which I am not currently using. Okay, that'll work. Oh Christ, those 2 commanders. Okay, that was unexpected and terrifying at the same time. What have we over here? A Daewon panel. Let's see what happens if I try to translate it. It describes rebuilding of the power plant and restoration of the Iconian Gateway. Restoration. There's an Iconian Gateway somewhere in here. Weak rock here. Proceed with caution. Well, that won't be a problem since we're not proceeding here at all. There's an Iconian Gateway somewhere in here. That could be interesting. And not the good interesting either. The, oh nuts, this is going to get us all killed kind of interesting. Oh good, more Tholians. Ooh, lots of Tholians. Including, yep, another commander. Some of these guys first because they are beginning to be, we really don't want this guy coming in the back and taking us out by surprise. Okay, time to deal with the other mess. Ah! No! What? No, that was Beryl. Beryl, why'd you aggro all those guys? more healing than they're dishing out with their pain. Fortunately. Oh, it's another commander. Have figures. Oh, there's another panel. Let's see what this says. The panel commemorates the activation of the power plant at the Iconian Gateway on the day the gateway was activated. You know, I'm beginning to have an awful suspicion as to how those seismic disturbances might have happened. Now this looks like a mysterious artifact. It's a Daewon statue, but with heavy Iconian influence. Man, the Iconians were up to their eyeballs on this planet, weren't they? Of course, that begs the question, did Iconians have eyeballs? I can see them sidetracking. Another geological instability. An ancient power plant that caused them is here. And the Tholians are trying to turn it back on. That's not good. Okay, we need to figure out how to shut down this power plant and survive the Tholians at the same time. But hey, no pressure. Well, the good news is this area isn't nearly as well guarded as I was worried about. Scan mysterious artifact. The console holds records dating back hundreds of thousands of years. It is damaged and fragile. Have to send a team to recover it. Another one was damaged beyond repair. Might be able to get some components, but that's about it. And then we have, I'm presuming these are the controls. Let's turn this thing off. And something's gone wrong. That's not good. We appear to have initiated a cascading overload. We might be able to deal with it remotely, but it'll take time. We'll have to shunt the power between 4 relays as it increases. If you can keep at least 2 relays functional, we should be able to handle the power escalation. If we have 1, we're probably dead. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Number 4 is overloading. Great. Which one's freaking number 4? Ah, that one's number 4. Run, 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 run. Okay, time to get some of these fabrications out because we're going to need Station 2 is overloading. Oh, Selena, you got that? I hope you got that. Oh goody, it's the Tholian commander again. Fabrication Substation 4, that's the one behind me, so I'll get that one again. So far, 2 more minutes. If we can get 2 more minutes without something horrible happening, then we'll be in a good place. Of course, ideally, we run out of Tholians. Yeah, I knew the moment I said that was a mistake. Yeah, good. Grab that overloading console. In the meantime, I'll keep my eyes open for more females. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it this time. Oh, no, it's another commander. Drop the nuke, drop the nuke. good. Selena's keeping on top of those console things, so that's good. Oh, there's another commander. Will they stop dropping commanders? Substation 2 is overloading. Good, good. Selena's still on it. If I can keep the aggro, and Selena can keep at those stations, and we'll survive this. That's for giggles. Let's slap the mines there. They seem to materialize over there all the time. Let's see them materialize on top of the mines. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Oh, 5 more seconds. I can't say it. I think we've broken the back on this. We prevented the power plant from overloading, but hey, look, we still have more Tholians anyway. Suddenly, all of my fabrications must turn to cloud vapor. Tholian captain. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. Oh, that's where the roll launchers go. Here, where I have the overlapping medical generators and the shield generator rolling. Since I'm here, hey, let's. Okay, never mind that. I was going to say, since I'm here, let's throw down the turret too, but all of our opponents seem to have had a serious case of being blown to bits. So we've collected all the data down here we can. Now the Romulan teams can get to work on analyzing this to determine exactly what's down here and how we can adapt to their use. The power plant is massive. If it's safe to use, it should provide almost unlimited amounts of geothermal energy for the entire planet. We won't be able to use it right away since, you know, the Tholians are here and it won't be safe to have anybody down here. Alright, I'm going to contact you, hit my contact first, because historically speaking, something has usually happened. I'd hate to miss it. We now know more about the area. It will be difficult to put the Tholians out, but now that we know they are down here, we can be more careful. Also, we know what they're looking for. Artifacts from previous civilizations. If they're useful to the Tholians, they'll be useful for us. All we have to do is find them first. And let's see, grab the package. What kind of useful ship console would that I use? Let's take a look at the development. Okay, I'm thinking the directed energy distribution because I am using some seriously old consoles for this sort of thing. So let's put the new shiny console onto the ship before I lose track. And I will do lots more energy damage now. It occurs to me that I got a kit, but I didn't check. Oh, that's right. I didn't do that. I got the module, not a kit frame. Okay. Let me check to see if there's a mission in here.
New readings have been detected in the underground ruins on New Romulus. We need you to clear a path to the lowest levels and then signal us, so the Titan and our scientists can investigate.
Sure, and conveniently, we're right here. Amazing how that works out. It's almost as if I had a feeling that kind of thing was going to happen. First, though, it's a kit frame. I'll have to read up on what it. Oh, willpower 1. Oh, maybe. I will signal Titan, and he is coming down with head researcher Adrana to see what's what.
I received your signal. Thank you for calling us down. I knew we could count on you.
Sir, I think I found some kind of log or recording.
Can you activate it?
Now notice that you can see through their visors.
I'm not sure. It has some
I'm a little
iconography
resentful.
similar to artifacts found in the Isha Forest Cave. This symbol in particular looks...
Oh boy. think we just found their Iconian gateway.
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Yeah, seen them before. You know, I don't know what they are, but the small ones remind me of E.T. It's a pity the translators aren't working.
Is that an Iconian running through the gateway? Could that be an Iconian? I think
Maybe.
another recording
Serious clipping.
Those look like the same creatures we saw with the Iconian.
E.T.'s relatives. E.T.'s really bulked up, muscular relatives. E.T. must have been the, you know,
Looks like they
chubby
hooked
sort.
some kind of machinery up to the gateway. I think they're trying to power the gateway.
How old are those recordings?
This can't be right. The first one seems to be 200,000 years old. The second one was recorded 50,000 years after that. And were those things Iconians?
We have a lot
That
of
would be
research to do before any of
150,000
those
years ago.
questions can be answered.
About the time about that,
This
you know,
gate is
huge
clearly inoperable.
geological calamity they were
Do
talking
you
about earlier.
believe it could be reactivated?
No.
With
No,
time,
no,
yes,
no,
I
no,
believe
no.
so. By the elements.
That is a
Do
bad
you know
idea.
what this means?
It means we have a chance to learn about one of the galaxy's most feared and ancient races.
Doors open both
We couldn't
ways.
have done any of this without you. As amazing as this discovery is, it pales in comparison for what you've done for our people. I could never fully or properly express my gratitude for everything you've accomplished since the attack on your colony. Because of you, we truly have a chance at starting a new life. You've helped secure our new home and given us a fighting chance at survival. There are no words that will ever fully express my gratitude.
Well, how about, no, we won't do
Information
something stupid
discovered
like
from
turning this
researching
thing on.
this gate will be shared with our allies. Some people would be opposed to the releasing of secrets such as these. But time and time again, you have proven that we can all work together for a brighter future and for a better Romulus. I thank you.
You know he's going to turn it on, don't you? He does know he's going to turn the thing on. Oh, looks like Illifi is logged off. I wonder if his system crashed. I will file the report. Priority 1 hail. You have acted with great cunning and bravery. Continue to bring all of our people closer to achieving a new Romulan Empire. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Republic. Republic. Let's kind of keep focused on that, otherwise we end up back where Sela was. In order to properly recognize your hard work and excellent service, I've ordered a shipment of materials which will allow you to acquire some much-deserved new equipment. I look forward to your next report and know you will be leading the way for all Romulans and Remans. You can use the rewards from this mission to run a gear project found on the Romulan Republic tab of the reputation system.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And I've leveled. At level 60, no less. Now let's do a quick check to make sure we have completed the Romulan Republic arc. Oh, yeah, now's a good time to exit the cave. Preferably before, you know, something horrible happens. Apparently logging back in while you have your stuff... Oh, that's right. You had it equipped, but you didn't have it turned on because it didn't save you having that turned on. Oh, and I'm getting promoted, yes.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. You still have challenges ahead of you, but I'm confident that you will be able to do anything you set out to do. Good luck.
In the meantime, I'm going to take the opportunity to put back the normal armor for my characters, so that they are back in standard uniforms. I'm going to take a quick peek at the reputation tab. I guess this is as good time as any. No, not yet. Mainly because that is a long mission, and I don't think I'm going to have time to do a long mission. I'm going to collect my reward for the new Romulus daily that I had done at the end of yesterday. And since I have all these marks, I can go do the upgrade available so I can unlock the traits. Fill them all with a massive 5 marks. Collect the reward on that. And then I'll grab the next daily and fill up with that. Now, since I've got tier 1 on the Romulan reputation, I get a pair of new traits to apply. Lethality, which increases my hit chance for crits, sorry, my critical hit chance, and enhanced personal shields, which helps the shield hit points, which, well, I'm all behind, 100%. I also have the ability to unlock some handy stuff. Transwarp to Tau Deoa, which is meaningless to me because, well, new Romulan character. I get access to the store unlock for purple quality plasma pistols. So if I go to the store here, I can see Mark 12 Romulan pistols. Of course, I gotta buy them with dilithium. Whatever, what is really considered ideal. I can also select a project which will allow me to requisition a ship module, which is part of a set, or these consumables, which are basically a couple guards, which basically come down and act like a security team if you were a tactical captain. I'm not really planning on doing anything with that. Before I go back to traits, I would just want to point out that recently we were given the option to do buyouts to tier 5 reputation. That you can spend Zen to pop yourself up to tier 5 right away, and there's a discount applied based on how much of the reputation you've already completed. I'm obviously not doing that, but I wanted to point out that the possibility exists. Now, traits. You'll see that we've got these slots for space reputation and ground reputation. Well, I just got those 2 reputations from ground, so I can click on the ground reputation and select those 2 traits, and now they'll apply. I can do the same thing when I get space reputation stuff, which may or may not ever happen. And if you get it tier 5 includes a single active reputation ability that works, well, it'll either be on the ground or in space. But like I said, since it's at tier 5, don't expect to see that happen anytime soon. Okay. We're going to beam up back to our respective ships as we are done with the new Romulus arc. And because we really don't have time to kick off another mission, I'm going to see what there is to do that is not a mission. Let's take a quick look at the map. Assimilate the barbarians. That sounds intriguing. We're going to see if we can access this deep space encounter. once upon a time, deep space encounters, and this was like really early in the game's history, deep space encounters were areas where you could just go in and fight enemy ships. And the fun thing about them, although opinions would vary as to how fun they were, but I thought it was fun, is that if you got too close and you tried to avoid them, they would chase you and suck you in. But there was much complaining. People didn't like being dragged into a battle that they didn't want to get involved with. So they no longer do that. And deep space missions are a little more complicated these days. I'm not entirely sure if my Romulan character will be able to trigger them. While we're on the way, I've got something blinking here. Oh, my R&D. My pads got done. Might as well collect those. And since we're here, I guess I might as well just do more engineering. Oh, geez. Looks like Ilfie got dropped off team. Let's take care of that. That's weird. I still see you on team. I still see you on team. Can you read this? Okay, let's try this then. Leave team. Invite to team. Yes, now my team interface is working. That was weird. That was very, very weird. By now you would think I would be used to weird. I'll kick off the engineering things while I'm waiting for Kalena to get here. Maybe tag some duty officer assignments while I'm thinking about it. Nothing of great high value, but you know, they're extra stuff. Ah, nuts. I blinked and the bloody deep space mission went away. Grrr. Okay, well. Foiled again. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's right. Romulus system, right. Getting confused with new Romulus. Well, there's a salvage operation to the quote-unquote southeast, but it is a distance away. Still, it's worth trying. To the relative southeast. All the way to the Gorath sector. With any luck, it'll stick around. Now, I could conceivably get there pretty quickly, but I'm already outdistancing Selena as it is. Hazards of, you know, me being a substantially more advanced ship. But I can grab at least a couple more duty officer missions since I jumped sectors. Far be it from me to ignore the opportunity that represents. Rate I'm going. I'll fill up all 20 assignments. Oh, it was a nice streak. Maybe when I cross the next border. Okay, the good news is that's one more sector. Selena's not moving at all at the moment. That's a bad sign. Well, maybe I'll be lucky and Selena will automatically get pulled in when I go in. Let's see. How many energy credits do I have? Is it really worth 500 too? Nah, not really. Not to me. Why not? I never claim to be consistent. Okay, stay open, stay open, stay open. You're still there. Deep space encounter salvage operation. Stop the Nausicaan raiders from attacking civilian freighters. That sounds nice and noble. You'll reward dilithium, experience points, expertise, and a crafting pack. Go ahead. Alrighty then. I will do so. Hopefully you'll get pulled into, but if not, well, it is what it is. Of course, chances are it may still be available for you to get into when you catch up. Slow loading, though. Probably because the computer is probably thinking, nobody ever runs these things. Why is someone going in here? They have reckoned without me, however. Okay, it's a level 30 encounter, so I have been downgraded, shall we say. The mission, defeat incoming Nausicans. And there's a progress bar. So hopefully, Selena is still en route. Because I can almost guarantee that it will probably not end that quickly. Oh, for a minute I thought it was Selena, but no, it's another captain of a bigger ship. A much bigger ship. Let's go into tactical mode. And open up.
4 shields failing.
Why I have no more shields? Where'd my shields go? I have no idea what kind of ship that is he's flying. But I do know that there are a lot more bad guys available now. And really, it's kind of comforting to see that someone else did go in here because it means I am not the only one who looks for deep space encounters on the game. I think that's from one of the lockbox packs. It looks like one of those kind of JJ tricks. Like from the Narada from that Star Trek movie, J.J. Abrams. That's what it reminds me of. I wonder if it's one of those lockbox ships. I can't prove that. someone sounds like he's being threatening. I think we have a big boss showing up soon. But no, the only thing I'm seeing are frigates. Oh, and a destroyer. How about that? Okay, we're about 3/4 of the way through, it looks like. You know, they talk about civilian freighters and all that, but I don't think I've seen a single civilian freighter here yet. If I didn't know better, I'd say this was a Kabayashi Maru scenario. I'm expecting Spock to come up and say this is a holographic test. Oh, a Talon battleship. Well, my partner there is certainly tearing them apart. IRW. Up. And there we are. This isn't over. We'll be back. Yeah, promises, promises. But hey, for a little bit of effort, 240 dilithium ore, close to 3,500 experience points, 3310 expertise. Not bad for a little bit of work. All that dramatic build up for the warp, and I just gently walk out. All right. And that is that for this evening's adventure in Star Trek Online. Next week, we will be beginning the really heavy-duty story arcs. Start the Solanae Dyson Sphere, where we'll be able to work with one of the more famous individuals in the Star Trek Next Generation era. Hopefully, everything will go right nicely and nothing horrible will happen in our little adventure. Yeah, who am I kidding? Something drastically horrifying will undoubtedly happen. But I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed our little excursion on New Romulus before we jump back into main mission arcs again. As always, my next stream for Star Trek Online will be next Wednesday from 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And as usual, I also have a Saturday stream for Star Citizen. That will be taking place from 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully, the sound on my microphone will be working for that as well. I thank you for joining me. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.